Alright, good morning everybody. Welcome to Miami, my favorite place, Gate Delta 26. We're getting ready to go here. Got a trip down to Grenada today, which should be pretty cool. Got some housekeeping to take care of before. Please tell me I didn't just load in right where somebody is located. I think I might have. 30 seconds ago there was nobody in this gate, and now that I think there is. Let's see, what flight number are we? 2601 here. I think once we get on Vatsim, there's going to be somebody right at this gate. Nope. Alright, Auto ATC. What do we got for a 3724 is our squawk code today. Alright, so now we got to start the old A cars. And off we go. So, good morning everybody. Welcome to the flight. I just need about 5 minutes before I can get going here. I got some things I need to take care of right now. So let's see here. Okay. So let's get into the aircraft. Let's see what we've got. Ozzy B. Good morning, sir. What's going on? So let's get ourselves settled in here. Alright, so and there we go. It's a little better. And let's get started with our electronic flight bag. And we'll get us some flight data. Finally figured out what the CTAF is for Miami International, which is good. Now let's get us some departure weather. Departure weather is 1453 Zulu. That was 2 seconds ago, which is great. Winds are 030 at 7 knots. Nice and calm. Visibility 10 statute miles. Scattered clouds at 3,800. Broken at 5,000. Temperature 24, dew point 14. I need that for the flex temp here in a little bit. Altimeter 3009. Alright. Looking good. Let's take a look at our arrival weather. 12011. Visibility unlimited. A few clouds at 1900. Temperature 30, dew point 25. That makes me wonder, but that should separate as the day goes on and the temperature goes up. QNH1015, no significant weather, which is good. We like no significant weather. Departure charts. Let's go. We're going to need that. We're going to need standard instrument departure. We're going to need Clada 2. I don't know why they call it the Clada 2 departure when there isn't a Clada 1 departure, but what do we know? Alright. Airport and approach RNAV. Good. Here we are. So that's good. Now let's go to our performance tool here. Miami International Airport, runway 8 left will be our departure today. And let's get down here and get going. Pause in it. Kilo Mike India Alpha. Alright, let's go route. No, that's not what we wanted to do. Alright, let's set our payload. We will set our fuel. Let's check sim brief panel. 22,250. 22,3. Perfect. So that is good. Good. AAL2601, which we like to see. So, good times this morning. Good times. Should be a good flight. So I tried something earlier with tried a new like tweak, and it did not work, so I had to reload. Alright, let's go departure arrival. May as well do this here. We're gonna go runway 8 left, cloud at 2, BITAC. Same one we fly every single day. TGPY. We're gonna go RNAV 10 Vatsim. And we'll check our legs page because there's going to be a discontinuity. Let me see here. Geese. I think. Yeah, we want geese, and then we want just to overwrite the discontinuity right there. So we've got Vatsim, and then before that, geese. Good to go. Alright, so now come here, we'll get our perf in it. And let's get this from the aircraft. We'll go flaps 5 for departure. Let's get some weather. Let's do our calculations here. Select temp is 33. Alright. 118.3 is our CTAF here at Miami. Difference between a CTAF and a Unicom. What's the difference between CTAF and Unicom, ladies and gentlemen? 121.5 on this side. Difference between CTAF and Unicom is CTAF, you're broadcasting in the blind, you're not expecting a response, whereas with Unicom, you're talking to somebody and you are expecting a response. 37, like if you, a lot of times what you'll do is you'll call Unicom 3724. A lot of times you'll call Unicom when you're coming in to an airport and you want to, for example, order a fuel truck from the FBO. Things like that. Alright, let's load that. Execute. Cost index is 35. And one limit we want select temp is 33. Outside air temperature is correct. Let's go to takeoff. We'll go flaps 5. Winds are 0307. good. Acceleration height AGL, 800 AGL. Let's go back here. V1, V2, V1, VR, V2. 166 is our V2 plus 20. Alright, 166 and 123 is our heading that we want after departure. I maintain 7,000. Okay, now let's get some winds. We shall have winds. Another one of my favorite approaches today going into Grenada. I love airports over water. I love airports over water. Favorite. Cruise uplink ready. And this didn't load yesterday. It should fill this in, and it did not. Yeah, I guess we get them after BitTac. I don't know what we get them after BitTac and not before, but it's the way it is. And we'll load those. Alright. QNH. We'll get that later. ISA deviation we will get later. Now let's check our cruise altitude, 39,000, because we are light as a feather. 39,000. Do. Alright. So I think we're pretty much good to go here. Let's come back over here. We'll get our charts. And we've got our chart. Alright, weather looks pretty good. I think we've got some company for this flight. I think over here we've got Maddie with us. Which is good. Let's go look on. Yeah, Captain Matt with us. 737. Alright, we are good to go. Going down over the Bahamas, over the Turks, northeast side of the Dominican, straight over top of Puerto Rico, then down into Grenada today. Hey Schmarkash, what's going on? Welcome to Schmarkash. Good to see you, sir. Good to see you. We are pretty much ready to go. Just need to do some real quick housekeeping here in the office, and then we'll be ready to rumble. Alright, so we are ready to go. Get myself back in my chair here, get squared away. So we are, let's see here, good to go, I think. Let's get the APU going here. It's the one thing, I like flying the ATR, I like flying small planes too, but the one thing that I really like about this airplane is that everything works. You know, you can just count on being able to get into it, load up, and go. And nothing's gonna go wonky, nothing's gonna, like, you know, you can expect what you can expect. You know, without having to worry, like with the ATR, about what's gonna happen. You know, I love the ATR. So, Smart Ash, what's going on in Toronto, Canada this morning? Got some sunlight up there, I hope. Finally got some sun here in New York, which is nice. Alright, APU is ready to go, so we are ready to go. Let's turn on the APU generators. There we go. And let's come down here. We'll go FS actions. We will go pushback. And let's see which way we're going. We are going, turn those right. That is correct. And
cockpit to ground.
Cockpit to ground. Let's get going here.
Go ahead. We've been cleared for pushback and start. They want the tail to our left. Roger that. Ready to push. Tail to the left. Park brakes off. Brakes released. Brakes released. Here we go.
Okay. Back over the other side here. Come up top. Turn packs off. APU bleed on. Engine first. Oopsie, let's turn some fuel pumps on. How about that for an idea? Everybody have a seat down there. Alright. Right engine is coming up. There's 25. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot. Let me see. I forgot. Let's see. Takeoff. I forgot to get my trim. 4.66. Alright. Alright. Alright, let's go toe brakes.
Brake set.
Okay. Gen 2 is on.
Alright, steering pin is disconnected. Watch for the slip release from guidance on your left. Have a good flight.
Thank you, sir. We shall endeavor to do so. Zone temp is hot because... Whoa! That's crazy. Look at that. It's 150 degrees Fahrenheit in the forward cabin. That's a bit warm. Wow, that's just a tad warm. Jeez. Alright, Gen 1. Gen 1, bad bus. Alright. Doink, doink. Doink, doink. Doing everything kind of out of order here. Alright, continues kind of zone temp. Alright, and we'll trip that. And we'll go taxi light on. We are I'm just doing everything in some random order. Alright. Let's go flaps 5 for takeoff. Alright, now let's go flight directors on. And there is Captain Matt's going to be joining us today. And we'll go LNAV, VNAV. Alright. Parking brake is released. And we shall matriculate. 118.3, good. about there. Basso, what's going on, sir? What is going on? Let's see here. Miami Traffic American 2601 pushing back position 7. Will be taxiing to runway 8 left via taxiway November 9er. Mike 1, Lima 1, crossing runway 8 right, Miami. Alright. There is, yeah, see, the thing that I loaded yesterday that didn't work was was my liveries. So unfortunately I'm still seeing like generic liveries, which is kind of a bummer. Oopsie, we are clear down the side. It's funny, there was a time when I was flying out of, hey, Nalani, what's going on? You know, I need to look into that FSLTL, because I used to have a liveries program, and Nalani there. I had a liveries program and it was working fine, and then for some reason I removed it. I don't even remember why. And then I tried reinstalling it, and it was, I think that's what messed me up yesterday. Alright, so back over here, we'll go over here. Didn't even set my altimeter, which is bad. What's the altimeter? 3009. Let's get on the center line here. Alright, so should be in good shape. Cloud 2 departure, straight out off 8 left, and then intercept. Then intercept. Let's see. Intercept the 123 heading to Jamba. And then after Jamba, we go 124 Kibola, and then outbound to Clada. Okay. Alright. So it's so great to have like elevations. Johann Jacobs, what's going on? I forget which one I used. I'll have to look. I was about to say it's really cool to have elevations. Like, it's funny when you're taxing. I remember from like doing this 1,000 times. This is the departure I always do.
Miami traffic, Caribbean 43, just push back from Juliet 15. Going to be taxiing runway 9 via Quebec, Sierra.
Andrew Carr, what's
Miami.
going on? At Caribbean Airlines. I wonder if he's flying for my VA. Check real quick if there's any traffic. Don't believe there is. Okay. So let's go lights on before we enter an active runway. Come in. Alright. Miami Traffic American 2601. Going to be crossing runway 8 right at Mike 1, Miami. And, but anyway, how like you've got to give it a little extra juice to get to the top of the peak at in the in the taxiway, and then you get to a certain point and you start going downhill and you got to back off the power, otherwise you are going to go very, very fast. Alright, that looks clear. Alright, we have LNAV auto throttle. Gotta check my flaps here in a second. Miami traffic American 2601 is clear, runway 8 right, departing runway 8 left, clouded to departure to the southeast. Alright, let me check my flaps here. Just make sure. What have we got? Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, so LNAV, VNAV armed, auto throttle is armed, flaps are now set correctly, auto brake set for rejected takeoff, lights are on, start is on continuous, we are good to go. So let's go. Engines 50% and 1. Yes, sir, Andrew. We're flying for American Virtual Airlines. Engines are stabilized. Toga power is set. Alright, engine instruments in the green. Checked.
80 knots.
Cross checks. And the ability to hold center line with the rudders is so much better.
Miami traffic, Caribbean 43, crossing runway 30 at Sierra, Miami.
Positive rate of climb.
Gears coming up. Alright, turn right to a heading of 1, 2, 3. Let's get that nose up here a little bit.
In Miami traffic, Caribbean 43, clear the active runway 30 and continuing taxi Sierra to runway 9.
Ghost dog, what's
Miami.
going on? Alright, we are hand flying right now, ladies and gentlemen. We are skilled aviators. Let's get that. Airspeed is trending past flaps 1 speed, so we'll come up to flaps 1. And it's trending past the upspeed, we'll come to our upspeed, and now that we've done all that fun business, we will go Command A. Autopilot is engaged. And now let's start cleaning up the airplane here. Let's go. Boink, boink, boink. Knees off. That off. Airplane, the cabin is pressurizing. Good. 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 This is why we do it. This is why we do it. Alright, now come over here. We'll go up. Flaps are up and indicating. Gears up, no lights. And now slow the gear handle. And we're good to go.
Yeah, I hear you 4x5.
Alright. Oh, I love that sound. Oh, I love that sound. Alright, let's go before we get... No. That is not what I meant to do. I just wanted to switch the... I wanted to get the altitude up before I got the 1,000 foot to go chime. So climb flight level 130. And we're in the clear. Nice to see here early on. When I enable VNAV before takeoff, it demands a more 20-degree climb in the flight director, I guess. Yeah, I don't know why it would do that. It shouldn't. It shouldn't. 20 degrees is way too much. unless you've got like, unless you're
I'm checking my limiting to push button started from G down to 44, man.
what was I gonna say? Unless you've got like a really low takeoff speed set, and you don't have, I don't know, there's got to be a takeoff calculation that's not correct, but I don't think under any circumstances it should show 122.8. It should show a 20-degree pitch up. That's crazy. That's way too high. All right, we're climbing through 10,000. Things do happen fast in this airplane. Turn seatbelt signs off. Cabin is continuing to pressurize. Good, good. Just another day in New Jersey, says Ghost Dog. Toby, good day to you, sir. Good day to you, sir. Yeah, Johan, I don't know why you would get a climb rate like that. That's way too high. That's the pitch up. That's way too high. All right, let's go flight level 210. Look at that. And heading a 117 here. I don't know why it would do that. Huh. Yeah, Chris, we do a little bit of, this is like my routine flying. I've decided to start streaming it because what I do, I do a lot of VA flying, just during my workday, and I just, you know, do these and launch them and go back to work and kind of let the flight go. But now that I've got the Tobii eye tracker, I don't have to I'm not attached with a wire anymore like I used to be with my Track IR. So what happens, so my sim desk is right next to my work desk. And so now I can launch a flight, take off, get the cruise, go over and sit at my work desk and chat with you guys while I'm doing things and just letting this fly. We are going to do a Islander flight this afternoon, though. We are going to do Jamaica this afternoon. As a matter of fact, I need to put that up on the on the schedule. So let's see here. Straight up to 390. And we're going to right turn heading 117. Well, course of 117, not a heading of 117. Yeah, 119. And dun, dun, dun. Let's take a look up top. Cabin is continuing to pressurize. Fuel temp's good. Alright, let me see here. Alright, planned fuel at Grenada is 19.7. And we had, yeah, good 19.7. So we gotta make sure we check our fuel settings here. Our fuel mounts, we'll go standard altimeter. We'll switch this over to HPA for the arrival. Oh, Ghost Dog, I am dying for the 777. It's such a cool airplane. And Chris Salton, you are correct, sir. Nailani's Caribbean videos are awesome. I wish I had half the video editing skills that he does. His videos are great. I love them. So, getting out to the islands here. Beautiful. Let's see what's up next after Plata. Where are we? Medley. We need 18.6 in Medley. How far from Medley are we? 15 miles. Alright. I saw the what do they call it? I love these colors. The reveal video that they did. I did see that. So let's have a look here. ETA 1824 Zulu. Yeah, the first look exactly. So y'all on that, I don't think it should do that. So 1824, so we got another 2 hours and 45 minutes. Yeah, so anybody who wasn't here yesterday, it was strange. Matisse Koch from PMDG was watching my stream, which is pretty cool. Oh no way, St. Bart Commuter changed their liveries. Let's see what the new liveries look like. Let's see what the new livery looks like. Looks like somebody already did paint it. Looks like somebody already did paint it. Let's see here. If this is what you're looking at. Blackfin, yeah. That's their... That's interesting, Chris. I'll have to look and see... Or Johan, I'm sorry. I have to look and see if I followed it up to 20 degrees, because if I did, that's too much. Alright, we can get rid of that. We don't need that chart anymore. Don't want to follow that. Alright, so there's our flight today. Should be good. Alright. We set over the top of the Bahamas. We'll go right over Grand Bahama. We'll come over the Turks and Caicos. North side of the Dominican, over the top of San Juan. Then down into Grenada. So, looking good, good, good. There is the Bahamas right out in front of us. We've got some great tailwinds again. Look at this, 529 knots in the climb. I mean, that's crazy. That is a lot. That is a lot. I don't know why my cabin temperatures were so ridiculous. I've seen some high cabin temperatures, but nothing like 150 like I saw today. It's crazy. Alright, cabin is pressurizing well. Fuel temps are good. Okay. So 7.2 for Medley. We should have about 18.5 at Medley. Total fuel 18.5. That is good. Let's have a real quick double check here. Medley 18.6. So burning just a little tiny bit more than we should, or than planned anyway. Not too big a deal. Let's go right out this side. Weather is looking good. We can't get this thing. Alright. Let's go world map on this side. Yeah, that's ugly. Alright. So, we are good to go. Let's see here. Johan, I'll have to take a look at that. I will have to maybe give that a try. Let's have a look here on Volanta. Couple flights going down to, I want to see if this guy, BWA 483, let's see if this guy, so I don't know if you guys know, but I have my very own virtual airline, Caribbean Virtual, and I want to see, yeah, the water looks great, right? I want to see if that guy is flying for my airline. He's not. So we're going to have to tell him BWA 483. BWA 483. Okay, and normally I'll have after takeoff. Okay, I'll have to look into that. I'm by no means an expert 737 pilot. Let's see here. I'm going to send a message. BWA 483, is that what it was? So I can see if I can recruit a new member here. Alright. So Johan, I am a real life pilot. I'm just not a 737 pilot. I know my limitations. I fly single engine. I have a Piper Cherokee. I am aware of my limitations as a pilot. I can pretend to be a 737 pilot, sort of, but I am not one. This is one of the cool things to me about the sim. Seeing traffic. Let's see where this guy's going. That is... Oh wow, he's out of Gibraltar to Miami. That's an American 777 right there. That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. One thing I wish I could do is share my Volanta screen on my streams, but I'll have to mess with it to set it up. El Bapino, bonjour, comment ça va? Tu vas bien, amigo? Oh. Mon ami de la France. Yeah, it's funny, Johanna. I've never even noticed that, to be honest with you, which is probably not saying much. So there's, you know what's funny is we basically always come up to, always hit cruise right as we come over top of, Nassau. Nice looking flight there. So, be attacking 8.9 miles. Let's take a quick look here. Attack 17.8. This is one of the things that I want to start being more diligent about. 17.7 is making sure I do check my fuel consumption on the way. That'll be in, all good sir. DLSS, DLAA, auto FPS. That's right. Adobe. It's yeah. I just did what I always do. I always get my Spanish and my French mixed up. Yeah, I speak a little bit of Spanish, a little bit of French. My Spanish is better than my French, but my actual languages are German and Dutch, which don't come to. Guten Morgen, Peter. What's going on? One thing I would love to be able to do is doing really well. How about you do? How about you? I would love to be able to stream in 5 languages at once. That would be really fun. That's gonna take some doing. That's gonna take some doing, but it would be cool. So, glad to hear that, Peter. That's good stuff. I mean, look at this. You can't get over this. Stock views in the sim, looking like that. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Alright, so we are about to reach cruise. Things are looking good. Nice. That's good to see, Peter. Alright, let's see here. And just as we reach top of descent, or top of climb, center fuel tanks are empty, and we are good to go. Look at this, unbelievable, this scenery. Alright, now it's time to see about some work, and pretty soon it's going to be time to go feed the dog. Pretty soon it's going to be time to feed the dog. The dog is going to start protesting here pretty soon. So let's see here. Now it's time to turn on my own stream. At work. Which is kind of funny. Oh neat, Gregory Bryan put up a video, I'm gonna check that out. Now, let's see here. Turn my volume off. Hey Nailani, you don't have to thank me, man. Your stuff is great. We should be thanking you. Scalarchy plugins. Scalarchy. I'm not familiar with this. Scalarchy. Ah, MC. Okay. Scalarchy Electronics. Let's see here. Online shop. I want to check out those Scalarchy Electronics. Wow. Holy cow. Peter, that's crazy. Wow. I tell you, we are living in the we are living in the high times for flight simulation. We really are. It's unbelievable the things that we have available to us. I see some of the home cockpits that people have, and it's just crazy. Just crazy. Alright. Here. Think about the crap going on with Boeing. You know, I have to say that initially, I think the stuff with the Max crashes, I don't think that was really Boeing's issue. I have to say, if you really get into the accident reports, there were some serious, especially with Lion Air, there was some serious problems with that flight that had nothing to do with Boeing. They submitted false information in the report, and I mean it was a Lion Air was an accident waiting to happen. But now it's gotten to the point where you can't ignore Boeing's role in Boeing's own demise. I mean, they're just, I mean, when parts of your airplane start falling off in flight, that's no good, And I'm a Boeing guy. I love Boeing airplanes. I have have very close connection with people who have lost loved ones in Airbus crashes, and that's really neither here nor there. But Boeing has really got to get its act together. It really does. It really does. Yeah, Peter, I mean, like, I'm looking at all like the little dials and like the triple gauge and the gear lever, and like, I mean, that's crazy. The chrono, 255 pounds. I mean, that's nuts. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's great stuff, but you'll run out of money pretty quick doing that. Yeah, the Lion Air crash. I looked into the Lion Air crash quite a lot, and that was crazy. The day before the Lion Air crash, the Lion Air 737 Max crash, there was a deadheading British Airways. Or I don't know if he's British Airways, but he was British. There was a deadheading British pilot on the same plane that crashed, and this was the day before, and they took off out of wherever, going to the place where the plane eventually left from and crashed, and they had the same exact issue with the trim on that flight. And in this, as a matter of fact, I'll show you. So right here, see this stab trim, and you see cutout. So if you have a problem with runaway trim, auto trim in the 737, you flip these two buttons down and it turns off the automatic trim, right? And that's it. And those two buttons have been there since 1964 on every and Peter, I absolutely agree. It is not a pretty sight. But those stab trim cutout switches have been on every Boeing 737 that's ever been made. So they took off out of wherever it was, and they had the runaway trim, and the crew didn't know what to do. And the deadheading British pilot said, "Hey fellas, flip those two switches," and they did, and of course it resolved the immediate problem. But here's where it gets wacky. So they were just on departure on like a 2.5 hour flight when this happened, right? You've got a major flight control problem, on your aircraft just after takeoff. And they resolved it, but they elected to continue the flight to the destination 2.5 hours away, which is insane. I mean, it is insane. As soon as you resolve whatever the immediate issue is, you turn around and land, you know? And then they wrote it up when they got to wherever they were going, and maintenance came out and looked at it, but didn't really look at it. They just kind of glanced in the cockpit and were like, whatever. And when the accident report, when they were working on the report, Lion Air submitted what was allegedly a photograph of the accident aircraft the morning of the accident, that was supposed to have been taken by the maintenance crew checking the airplane. This was their evidence that their maintenance crew had checked the airplane. The only problem is there was the registration number of the aircraft was visible in the photograph, and it wasn't the accident aircraft. I mean, it's like, give me a break. I mean, it wasn't real good. You know, I mean, Boeing should not have had a single point of failure. That's clear, right? But Lion Air was not up to snuff. They really weren't. Yeah, and but anyway. But what's going on with them now is just a mess. I mean, you've got doors flying off in flight. I mean, give me a break. You know? Yeah, Johan, I totally agree. Yep, I totally agree. The in the Ethiopian Z Sim Pilot, what's going on? Z Sim Pilot is here. We are joined by greatness. We're doing Captain Hughes. We are doing Miami to Grenada today. We're heading down to Grenada. But yeah, the what was it? The Ethiopian crash. The right seat pilot only had, like, I forget, 400 hours maybe total time, and I was immediately, I was like, this guy did something wrong, and he actually didn't. He flipped the trim cutout switches right away when the issue cropped up, which was the right thing to do. But then a few minutes later, he re-engaged the trim, which he shouldn't have done. And not only did he re-engage the trim, he also didn't tell the other pilot that he had done so. So, I mean, there wasn't real good crew resource management going on there. Not real good crew resource management. But those guys almost, as my instructor used to say, they almost made it. But it's sad. I mean, it's sad. Anyway. Nicola, what's going on? I have been in Milan. It was a cool. We were in. They're using soap for lubricant. I don't doubt it. Nicola, I was in northern Italy. We flew into Milan, and we were in Italy in 2019, the fall of 2019. Gosh, what a beautiful place, northern Italy. Unbelievable. We were in, let's see, San Pietro. And we went to, let me see, let me get my map here. We also went to Lago de Garda. We went to Sirmione, and Lago de Garda. Gorgeous, gorgeous scenery out there. Unbelievable part of the world. Unbelievable part of the world. And Nicola, when I was there, so we were in I'm gonna post a link in the chat of exactly where we were. Let's see. I don't know if it's gonna work. I don't know if you can open it or not. But we were no, it's too long. San Pietro Cariano is, yeah, San Pietro Cariano is where we were, and there was an airport right nearby. And I spent a lot of the time looking at the sky. You know what was funny, actually? Oh, Verona Airport. And what was funny is that we were in San Pietro, and I was, of course, using my Flight Radar 24 app, looking up at the sky, looking at planes that were coming in. And some of the people that were coming to the wedding that we were at flew right over the top of us as we were staying there. It was really pretty cool. But gosh, northern Italy was just stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. And the food was wonderful. The wine was amazing. I mean, that was the thing that surprised me the most. We were drinking this local wine that was like €3 a bottle, and it was just delicious. Yeah, beautiful part of the world. Yeah, it's close to Verona, yeah. Absolutely beautiful part of the world. I'm convinced you could go anywhere in Italy and have an awesome time. Like, you could just go to some random small town and it would be amazing. Let's see here. We gotta start getting. I guess we still have a ways to go before we get to the Turks. Oh, I loved it, Nicola. I loved it. I mean, it was. What's funny that I've traveled a lot in Europe, and I was never really intending to go to Italy. We went for a wedding. Not that I had nothing against it. It was just like when you travel a lot, like, you kind of have to pick where you're gonna go, you know. So you only have a certain amount of time and money to travel, and I just absolutely fell in love with Italy. Just gorgeous, gorgeous country. Really enjoyed it. And I just loved, like, how, like, the Italians just enjoy life, you know. We got there on a Sunday, and the Monday morning, oh yeah, the food, absolutely. And we found this little cafe, and the Monday morning after we got there, we went to the cafe just to have coffee, and there were these, you know, Italian businessmen, you know, dressed up in their fine suits, and it's like 9:30 in the morning, and they're just standing there drinking their coffee out of, like, you know, ceramic nice coffee cups, like their cappuccinos. Whereas in America, we're like in our cars with paper cups full of bad coffee, driving to work as fast as we can. It's pathetic. Absolutely loved Italy. And we still have family there. We still have my girlfriend's nephew lives there. I would love to go back. Would love to go back. Our next trip is going to be Anguilla and St. Martin in August, which is going to be awesome. That one I'm looking forward to. So yeah, but Italy was great. I don't think I'd ever get tired of these views. Team. Of course, Nicola. Let's see here. So, in a movie you explain auto FPS. I've got many issues. I would say the first thing to check is if I would try lowering your FPS target. Either that or use the standard. Just use the auto setting and see if that helps. Because usually when that is the problem, what it is that your target FPS is too high. So I would try a lower target FPS. That is my first suggestion. And the other thing I would make sure to check is that I would limit your frame rate to your monitor refresh rate. That's the other thing I would do. Yeah, and sometimes one of them works better than the other. You know? Okay, so I am going to have to take a little bit of a lunch break. I'll check things out here in a second, and then take a little bit of a break. I gotta set up the Islander stream for this afternoon too. Starting to come up on the Turks now. Actually, Nicola too, if you're still there, I love flying Vatsim in Italy too. I love how every time you log on with a controller, they say ciao. I love it. Vatsim is really cool. It it's just fun that being able to check out different places in the world. I think this simulator is just too amazing. It really is. It really is. All right, where are we here? We got the Turks coming up. I can tell, and we do. Let's see. Yep, Turks and Caicos right out in front of us. Where is Captain Matt? Where is Captain Matt? Got some action in the Caribbean today, which is pretty cool to see. Hey Nicola, thank you so much. I really appreciate you watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you again. So, what are we coming up on? Haggett. You know, Peter, it's interesting. I've never 15. I've never looked at Eval, and I don't know why. I've heard 14.2. Okay. I've heard that Eval is like a little bit more informal than Vatsim, but I'm not sure if that's true. Hey Connor, what's going on? I've never tried it. I've never tried it, and not, like I said, not for any particular reason. I just never have. What was I going to check? I was going to check something. Top of descent 1751. So we got another hour and a half to top of descent. Ooh. We could almost get to 41,000. Oh, that'd be funny. Yeah, I think Vatsim's. I love it. I mean, but I don't know. I might love. I might love a cow just the same, or a vowel just the same if I tried it. I don't know. I've never tried it. So I'm gonna leave this here. And the captain is going to take a little lunch break here. I gotta go feed the dog. And which of course is my main purpose in life. And then I will be back. So I will be back in probably about 30 minutes here. Let me see, what is our time? 16:26. Be back in about half hour, fellas. Talk to you very shortly. And we're back. And I see that Matey Ayala has joined the channel, and I am super grateful for that. That is really cool. Thank you so much, Matey. I appreciate it. I really do. And Akanji, you didn't miss anything. We are here. We are here. We got some more flying to do. What are we doing? We're coming up on. So this is the north coast of the Dominican, and we've got Puerto Rico coming up here pretty soon. Make sure my volume is working here. So, all right, we are looking well. Let's have a quick look here. Up top, everything's looking good. Alright, let's take a quick look at our fuel state. 12.4. 12.4. Yeah, Kanji, that'll be cool. That'd be cool. The only thing is I have my schedule's kind of wonky, but let's see, Meagle. But I will do that at some point. Meagle, we're looking at 11.5. Don't really have a whole lot of fuel reserves here today on this flight. Let's see here. Top of descent 17:53, so we're inside an hour for top of descent. We could go up to 40 knot. That would be kind of funny. That would be kind of funny. So. So we got Puerto Rico coming up here pretty soon. Why is the altimeter? I know I set the altimeter to standard. That's weird. Still got a 65 knot wind on the tail here. So, time to get some work done here before we get to top of descent. We got an hour. I got some work to do. Let's see here. I wonder what's going on in the real world. What's going on down in Princess Juliana? Boy, the weather looks beautiful down in Princess Juliana. I don't know if you guys ever watched this. Stream? It's great. It's a free stream right from Princess Juliana Airport. And it's just beautiful. It is just beautiful. 1937 Zulu. That can't be correct. 1701. There's no way that's correct. How is that correct? Top of descent. What are we looking at here? 18. Oh, we're probably gonna cross. All right, 17, 18. Okay, we're gonna cross a time zone here clearly at some point. All right. So. So the other thing I need to do is start getting a plan together for the 3 o'clock stream, because we need a plan for the 3 o'clock stream. We'll be flying around Cuba later today, which should be fun. I just need to decide where around Cuba we're going to fly. So, and you start to see Puerto Rico coming in here. Matey, what's going on? Dude, thank you for joining. I so much appreciate that. It's really awesome. The support means a lot. It really does. I really appreciate it. Good to see you. I will do my best to butter it. I'm trying to get to the Z-Sim pilot level of landing the 737. But it's good to see you, man. I don't know if you saw I left a comment on one of your videos the other day. I see you've got your own livery. That's awesome for the TBM. TBM's a great airplane. Great airplane. Yeah. So. Hey, Jason, what's going on? Appreciate the thumbs up, my friend. Good to see you. What's going on? I just had lunch myself. I just had some galumpkies made by some little old Ukrainian ladies. They were delicious. Bambasso. Oh, no way. You're from Italy. That's amazing. Oh, no, you're going to, okay, you're going to visit, is my guess, is what you're going to tell me. Never been to Rome. Nice, nice. I have Italian in-laws, but I'm not Italian. Got nothing to do with Italy proper. But I tell you what, it's my favorite food. One of my favorite foods anyway. Like Italian food, not like Japanese food. Japanese food is good. Oh, square fish patty on a bun. That sounds good. Little tartar sauce on there. That sounds really good. Jason, I have not. I'm starting to get tempted though. I'm starting to get tempted to do one of those. It would be cool just to see all the technology. You know, it really would. Get to try out some stuff that you normally would just see. You know. Peter, that's a good. That must have just come out. That must have just come out. I didn't even see that. Is it 551.86? I gotta look. 55186. What is going on here? HDR fix some general bugs. Digital vibrance. Doesn't seem like there's too much going on with this one. Yeah, I'll check it out at some point, but I haven't tried it, Peter. Let me know how it goes for you. Let me know how it works. Yeah, that's Jason. That's part of the sim. That's the universal flight tablet from PMDG. So, hey, Toby, that's awesome. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. It's very kind of you. I will do that, my friend. Thank you so much, sir. It's really kind of you. Jason, I would say I would buy it from the site. I would buy it from PMDG directly because the marketplace updates are delayed. So when they update the plane, it might take like 2 weeks, you know, for the update to get pushed on to the marketplace, which is a pain. Which is a pain. I've been tempted a little bit here and there to maybe check out the Phoenix, but I just I don't know. Maybe I'll love it. Who knows? I don't know. I mean, I'm sure. Like, to me, the main thing I'm really interested in is like how it flies, like how it hand flies. I mean, because 90% of the time you're on autopilot. You know what I mean? And so I would really be interested in how it handles. Yeah, kind of. That's kind of what I keep hearing, you know. It's kind of what I keep hearing. But the other thing for me is that I tend to get into the weeds a little bit in terms of like not necessarily systems, but I like to fly them properly. And like I watch somebody like XP72, and it just I have to say I'm impressed at the level of knowledge he has of so many different planes. And that's, to me, I don't like to just kind of make it up as I go along. I really like to have a good feel for the airplane. You know. To have a good understanding of what I'm doing. The one thing I'll say about the Phoenix is an A320, right? Okay. That seems like something I would actually like, Connor. I like a bit heavier feel. Um, um, the A320 does have interestingly enough, has quite a significantly longer range, it seems, than the 737. Which I find kind of interesting. And the other thing is, like, for what I'm doing now, like on this flight, just flying down to the islands, having the ability, you know, because in certain VAs, you can, you can fly like an Airbus in place of a Boeing, but with American VA, you can't. Check out top again here. And so, there's St. Croix, I do believe. So, like, there are some flights that I can't make. Yeah, XP72. He's a cool guy. I like him. He really is a cool guy. I was thinking the same thing as I was saying that, actually, Bombasso. What's funny is that you can look him up on Vatsim, because he flies on Vatsim, and he's got, I think, like 5,000 hours on Vatsim. You know, so he's definitely been around the block. He's definitely been around the block. But he's a cool guy. I like him. Um, yeah, exactly, with the Phoenix. And that's kind of my thing, is I'm not into, I mean, granted, I'm sitting here watching this now, but I'm not really into doing that. Like, right, I like to have some hands-on, hands-on flying rather than just watching. So I'm trying to figure out where we're going to fly. Here's them to blow engines all the time. Let's see, where are we going to fly? Where are we going to fly? What am I looking for? I'm looking for Little Nap. That's what we're looking for. So we're trying to plan our Cuban flight for later today. And we are going to go... Where are we going to go? We're going to go... We're going to go to MUNG. Let's see, Alphaz, what's going on? Yes, anything, I'll show you, hold on. Like, for example, if I open Navigraph charts, now watch what happens if I move, see that? So that's going to happen with any sort of menus or anything like that you have open. That's going to happen. It's the price you pay. You just have to live, you just have to live with it. Just have to live with it. It's worth the trade-off, in my opinion. So I'm scouting airports in Cuba for the stream later today. Let's see, what is this? MUBP. Yeah, I think the new one that's going to come out, the new A320 that's going to come out with this sim update is going to be pretty good. So, and I mean the Phoenix is what, $50, so it's not exactly cheap. I mean, it's not. I'm not saying that's bad for an airplane like that, but it does have a cost. And if I'm not really familiar with that airplane, so therefore I would rather just get it for free. Let's see here. Look at the map. I just found the next location for our landing in Cuba, MUSA, ironically enough. Let's see here, James Bond. Chris Loach, hello, sir. Yeah, Alphaz, that's, and I know that people disagree with me on this one, but to me, NVIDIA is just better for gaming. It just is. And people, I know people disagree with me on that, and that's fine. But I think I tried an NVIDIA or an AMD card once for gaming, and I lasted about a week, and it was supposedly going to be really good, and it wasn't. So you're going to be happy with your update. I think you are going to be happy with it. Alright, what we got here? Top of descent, 1753. We got 24 minutes to top of descent, so we need to start paying attention here, ladies and gentlemen. What do we got? Legs, page 3000. We are in VNAV path mode. So let's start bringing this down, and I have to finish something before we do our descent. So alright, I need to finish up something with the good old work here. Oh, no way, A320 sim pilot. Nice. Yeah, Chris, the avionics for the stock planes are really good. And the funny thing is, I haven't really flown a lot of them lately. 3. Like I used to, before I started getting into the before I started getting into flying like the ATR and the 737, I flew the TBM all the time, and I loved it. FPS on the ground. Plane is... No, I haven't. Is it like visually, are you talking about? Like you see double? Or it's like performing weird? I haven't heard of that. you can the GitHub page. Weird. No, I haven't heard of that. I haven't heard of that. The GitHub page has a lot of information on here, though. I'm gonna paste it for you. Check that out. Maybe there's an answer for you on there. It's possible. Sure, no problem. Not a problem. If you figure it out, let me know. Yeah, Connor, if you can. The other thing you could do is put a comment in the video, in the Auto FPS video, and maybe the developer will see it. Because he's the one that would really give you that one. Like I said, I haven't really heard of that one. That's going to be something that he's going to have the best chance of helping you with. I haven't heard of anybody having that problem. Let's see here. Oh, the frame gen mod. Boo, boo, boo. Let's see here. Where is that? Oh, you know what? Maybe try disabling vertical. Try disabling VSync in the sim. That might be part of the issue. But let's see here. This is where you might find some info on that. Oh, 8ZEA, how you doing? Good to see you. What's going on in Rabat, Morocco? Good to see you again. We're just cruising. We're getting ready. We got about another maybe 15 minutes until top of descent here. Trying to get something done that I should have done now, or I should have done before now. Yeah, so we got about another 15 minutes to top of descent. RNAV approach, so it's easy to set up. I like me a good RNAV approach. I like me a good RNAV approach. Sim Update 15 is great. I mean, some of the early builds were a little bit rough, but it's great. Really, really good. I'm looking forward to seeing what the next beta release is going to be. It's been at least a week, probably a week and a half since they released a new version, and they usually release them like every 7 to 10 days. They'll come out with a new one. So I'm looking forward to seeing what comes with the next one. But the big thing is the ground handling. The ground handling is much, much better. The ground handling is much better. It's so easy to keep the plane on center line now, which is what it should be for like a 737. You know, it's such a big, heavy airplane. Everyday life. Stampede flight simulations. Yeah, you know what? That I had that before. I had that with earlier builds on this. Of this sim update. I like the first couple releases I had really bad crashes, and I never have crashes. So but that gets annoying. I actually left the beta for a while and came back and tried it again came back and tried it with the most recent version, which I think is 138.8. So I mean, essentially there was no solution. I just waited until they released a new version of it. But I mean, that's the nature of beta testing, right? I mean, not that you need me to tell you that. It's like, I hate it when people, when somebody's having a frustrating time with it, and people are like, well, it's a beta. Yeah, I mean, I understand that, but it's still annoying, you know? It's still frustrating. And this is the first, to resolve it. So, are you on store or Steam? If you're on store, you go into the Xbox Insider. Steam. I don't know how to resolve. I'm not a Steam user. Hold on for a second. Maybe I can find. This might help you. I know it's, let's see. Yeah, okay. It gives you that link right there gives you instructions on how to do it on Steam. Yeah, I mean, once they'll force update it. If you've already opted in, they will force update you. You know, just like any other regular update. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about, Chris, is that and that's what I think it's really going to open up. Is tail draggers. Let's see here. Yeah, 6 minutes. I'm trying to finish up this. I'm working on a file for work. Stampede, so you somehow got into the beta without opting in, is what you're saying? That's weird. I mean, stranger things have happened, you know. Stampede, yeah, we're gonna be doing the Cuba flight later today. It's the normal flight we do. This is just kind of my personal daily flying that I do. That I decided to start broadcasting and see if anybody was interested in watching. So, but yeah, we're doing a group flight, Cuba group flight at 3:30, so like another hour and a half. So for those of you who don't know, I work from home, so I just I fly during the, I just have flights going on during the day. That I do, and I just decided I would stream them. And there I can hear the start of top of descent. Details. I'm going to be coming back to the plane here in just a second. Just need to do a quick couple of things. Yeah, on days that I'm not super busy, I can do this. Oh, it shouldn't, but I can. Yeah, Nylani, that's right. $20 for that plane is a steal. But it's only $20 on Sim Market. I noticed on their own website it's still $40. So if you want to get it on Sim Market. Okay. Now, hopefully I'll get to the plane before we land. All right. Dash 7's a cool plane too. 30,000 feet. Still got a little bit of time here. And all right, there's that. It's kind of funny watching my own stream. I don't, Connor. That's weird. That's a strange one. I don't have an. I really don't. So, what, like when you're looking at the, what is it? Well, like when you're looking at it from the external view, or like even if you're in the cockpit and you're looking around, and you see double everything. Alright. Oh, the dash 7. Alright, so let me see here. Now it's time to start getting serious. Let's take a look at our approach weather here. 1700 Zulu, is that even close? Yeah, but we should be getting new weather here pretty soon. So I guess what we'll do instead, let's go, we got 8.2, 7.6, so 0.6 difference, so 126.2, so that means we are going to be feather light coming in here. 143, 131, so 201 is going to be our up speed. Let's see, descent, we'll have to see here. Descent forecast. ISA deviation is what? ISA deviation 30, so that's plus 15. Plus 15 and QNH of 1013, so that shouldn't be too big a deal. 15 1013 shouldn't really change much. Alright, then we'll brief our approach here in a second. Yeah, except, yeah, I don't know why it does this. It really can be annoying. Approach. RNAV 10. Alright, now come here, chart. Alright, let's look at the approach, and let's see here. Okay, so let's have a look at the approach. We've got the final approach course 104, both sides Glide slope intercept is Amoeba. Let's see here. Do my fidgeting here. Get myself comfy. Alright, 104 both sides in Evo 1400. So the cool thing about flying in the Caribbean is you don't have to really change your headings all that much for takeoff and landing. On most days anyway. 104 1700 at Neba. That's another thing I forgot to check. Let's see what. Well, it'll show on the chart. Never mind. LNAV. So this is an LNAV approach, which means constant descent final approach. So we will get vertical guidance because it's the CDFA, which stands for constant descent final approach. Alright, so let's go. What was it? 550. 550. I'm fairly confident I managed to load the scenery today. Kind of, that one's weird. I don't know how. I don't know. I wouldn't even have a guess at what might cause that. $550, and we go up top. Go all one and then auto. Alright, airport elevation 45 feet. Let's go up here. We'll go 45 feet. Now, missed approach. Let's take a quick look here. Missed approach is climbing right turn to 2000 direct KPAM. And hold, it's a non-standard hold. No, it's a standard holding pattern. It's right hand pattern. It's going to be outbound minus 30. So 284 minus 30 is 254. So we'd hit KPAM, go outbound 254 for 1 minute, and make a standard rate right hand turn around back into KPAM. Transition level by ATC, which is annoying. I'm going to use 4000. High terrain north through east of the airport, which is correct. So we're coming from Bettine. How close to Bettine are we? Relatively close. Alright. Got the distances, 3 miles, 1,030 feet. That's standard. Descent angle is 3 degrees. So 2,000 down to Kapam, then we come down to Aniba, 1,700 glide slope intercept. 3 degrees, down to 550 and go if we have to. Kapam's 10 miles, Aniba's 5 miles, all good there. Probably going to be about 750 feet per minute on the descent. Pappy on the left-hand side. Standard approach light system, so we do have a rabbit and the mist once again. Climbing 2000 right turn, direct KPAM and a hold. So we are informed pilots. 1013 is the altimeter setting, so that's good. Let's have a quick look, just see if they updated the weather or not. I don't see it yet. Maybe Navigraph has it. Let's see if Navigraph has it yet. 17 Zulu, it does not. Okay, well, we'll live with it. I don't think the weather's going to be that big a deal. Alright. Descending through 10,000, so we're slowing down. Alright, you know what? I didn't put my range rings. Alright, let's go legs. 10. we still got some time. 15 and 10. This is not the ideal way to set up an approach, but, and we'll go prog 2 page over here so we can get the crosswind component. Oh wait, there we go. Alright. For some reason my, oh there we go, I was going to say my position is not the way it normally is. Alright, let's get up top, we'll come on with some lights here. Get the people in their seats. Alright, now I think I'm feeling a little bit better. Now I think I'm feeling a little bit better. Let's see, you got 122.8, that's good. Do we have any other traffic? Do we have any other traffic? I don't know. We have some traffic in trail heading for Piarco, that's it. Alright. Maurice Bishop traffic, American 2601 is 25 miles to the northwest, inbound runway 10. Grenada. I always do that. I forget the Maurice Bishop. I forget the name of the airport, like, as I'm speaking. Alright. Good, good, good. PY001, 6 miles from Cape Ham. I like slowing down a little bit earlier than they do. Let's go 201 is our upspeed. Upspeed in the 737 is your flaps 40 landing speed plus 70. So 131 plus 70 is 201. That is your upspeed. That's your lowest clean airspeed. So 5,000 feet. Let's go. Let's throw out the speed brakes here for a little bit. I think the Dash 8 is the one that everybody's looking forward to, right? Alright. So why is it telling me the transition level has happened, even though on the chart it says by ATC? Why are you doing this to me? It's not 1015, it's 1013. Still no weather update. Alright, that's good. We'll just live with it. Alright. Maurice Bishop traffic, American 2601, 10 mile left base, runway 10, Maurice Bishop. Alright. We will arm the speed brake. We'll go engine starters to continuous. We will go first degree of flaps. We come down to 181. So your up speed is your flaps 40 landing speed plus 70, and then every flap setting below that is minus 20 knots. Alright, now we'll go flaps 5. As soon as we hear the words 2500, we will go gear down. Uh, 61. Sorry for all the moving around here with this with the head tracker. Alright. Maurice Bishop traffic, American 2601 turning a 10-mile final runway 10. Maurice Bishop. Ah, and I am willing to go. Gear down. Flaps 15. Alright, external lights are on, engine starters are on continuous. I did not put my strobes on steady. No, I was right. Gear down 3 green, auto brake set, flaps 15. Auto, speed brake is armed. Okay. So. Now we will go 146. We'll also bring this down to 600 feet.
2500.
Aniba is 5 miles, so we're in a 7-mile final. Maurice Bishop traffic, American 2601, 7-mile final, runway 10, Maurice Bishop. And we want 146. And once we hit that, yeah, Connor, that might actually work for you. Might be a good idea. Alright, coming up in a 5-mile final, let's go flaps 30. And that should spool our engines up for us. And it does. Alright, I was talking about this yesterday. I'm going autopilot off is my airplane now. Good. Back a little bit on the power. Get that nose down here just a little bit. Alright. Nudge of power.
1000.
Stabilize. See, the thing about it is, this is just a aeroplane. Just like any other airplane in the world. Just look out the window. Manage your power. Manage your energy. And you should be good to go.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Landing. A little bit of power out.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Yeah, we still got it down before we ran out of numbers, but it wasn't the most brilliant landing in the world. Wasn't the most brilliant landing in the world, but it wasn't that bad. Moist Bishop traffic, American 2601 back taxiing runway 10, Moist Bishop. Wasn't the best landing in the world, wasn't the worst. I'll take it. Get our nose swung around here. You just gotta make sure you're down by the last of these double stripes. Wheels have got to be on the ground, and if they're not, it is time to go around. You know, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't brilliant, but the thing about it is, I was happy that, and thank you for the positive encouragement. I was happy that I killed the autopilot a lot earlier than I normally do. And I want to start getting into that habit because it's an airplane, you know? It's an airplane. You need a throttle, you need a yoke, and you need a window. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to fly this thing. Try to make it more complicated than it is. So I was pretty happy with that. Now this scenery... Oh, it's 250 per minute? I thought you meant 250 miles an hour. Yeah, it's not bad. I'll take 250. This scenery is from SLH Sim Designs. My favorite. My favorite developer. And where are we gonna go? We'll go over here. Seems like this is where they want us, right? Seems like this is where they want us. We'll come over here. I don't know why they always have this truck right in the middle of the way. Or if it's only just for my parking. Whoopsie. I mean, I know it's always closer than it looks. Or further away than it looks, but I kind of feel like we're about to hit that thing. Okay, so let's go up top. And we'll go APU. And now we'll come down and we will kill our engines. Alright, now. We should probably also put on our parking brake. Good idea. Alright, now what are we going to do? Why is it going all over the place? Alright, menu, let's go FS Actions. Ground services, let's get that. We need some GPU. We need a lot of things. We need AC, big time. So ground power is available. Let's go to ground power. Kill the APU. Let's turn the taxi light. Oh, we never turned the taxi light on. Well, there you go. Makes it easier to turn off. And those are off. Yeah, damn, they're off. People are revolting in the back. We've burnt the windshields out. Turn these off. Turn these off. We'll turn this to steady. We'll turn that off. And I think we're relatively high. AC is active. Let's get our baggage loaders here. Alright, life is not bad. Life is not bad. We'll go flight directors off. Turn those off. Our flight time today. Flight time was 3 hours and 1 minute. Not too bad. Transponder on standby. Alright. So that is that, ladies and gentlemen. Not too bad. Not too bad. Quick look outside. Yeah, good. Good. What time is it? 14:26. So I got an hour before my next flying engagement here. So let's check the A cars here. Yeah, it says 308 feet per minute, but yeah. I've had better landings, I've had worse landings, you know. So, I would like to thank you guys for coming along. Had some really cool interactions. I'd like to particularly thank XO Toby for his generous contribution, and I'd like to thank Mady Ayala for becoming a first officer with the Island Sim Pilot channel. Really appreciate it, guys. Schmarkash, appreciate you, my friend. Chris Loach, appreciate you. Channel members, you guys are the bomb. Connor, appreciate you coming by. Thanks for joining us. Peter, as always, a pleasure. Bambaso, as always, a pleasure. Yeah, exactly. We'll see you in an hour. Nailani, always a pleasure to see you. Stampede Flight Simulations, thanks for joining us today. Really appreciate that. And yeah, like I said, XO Toby, thanks a lot. Really appreciate it. I will have a beverage. I will raise it in your honor. 08ZEA, thank you. I hope things are going well for you. And Alfaz, if you're still here, thanks for joining. Jason, once again, always a good supporter, and I really appreciate that. Peter, I will check out that new driver. I will see what that's all about. And Akanji, thank you as well for coming by. And Nicola, I know Nicola's probably off now, back at work, he said, but it was cool to see him today from Italy. Ghost Dog, nice to see you back. And Z-Sim Pilot, as always. Johan Jacobs, thank you as well. Elba Pino. A biento. Bonsoir, mon ami. Andrew as well. Andrew was here. Chris was here as well. Chris Salton was here. Thank you. Good to see you again. Had a lot of Ozzy V was here in the beginning. That's great. Had a good flight today. Really good flight today. So, okay, cool. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear, Peter, that the driver's looking good. Exo Toby, thank you so much. Seriously, I really appreciate it. And Alphaz, I'm glad that you're going to come back. Really nice to have the support. It really is. And yeah, Peter, I'm not a 737 pilot, but I am a real life pilot. But I pretend to be a 737 pilot. You know, it's a good time. It's a good time. Keeps us off the streets, you know. So, all right, guys, we'll be back in an hour with our Cuba flight. So anybody wants to join us, that's going to be a group flight around Cuba, and look forward to seeing you guys back. And we will see everybody shortly. Take care, guys.